Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys, it's going to be a little bit different, some different extra content for the channel. It's not my car, it's someone else's car that's asked me to do this. I've never done it before, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this goes all right. We don't come across any problems really. So someone's asked me to pull an engine out of a Focus because they want to put it into a Transit Connect. I'll hopefully see if he'll let me put it into the interconnect, but let's just pull the engine out first from the Focus and we'll see how it goes. My blue Focus is at the paint shop. That's being done, so I thought, I've got a bit of downtime, bit of spare time. All right, I can do it for you. So he's been asking me for a little while now, and I've been kind of putting it off because I've got my own stuff going on. I'm busy as it is, but now I think is the time to do it. So yeah, let's see what happens. Right, let me get the car in. Let me get it on the ramp, and let's start the tear down and getting this engine out. And I'll let you know what we're going to do. And yeah, let's see what happens. But let's get into it. Let's get this engine out. So let's do this. So guys, this is the one. So yeah, as you can see, nice little petrol engine. And yeah, it's got to be removed. We've got to take it out and then put it into a Transit Connect. I don't know how far I'm going to take this because it's not for me, it's someone else's, and I'm just helping him out by, just getting the job started and pushed along forward for him. But yeah, you can see that he's not even going to, he doesn't care about any of the rest of the car. He doesn't want none of that. It's all going to be scrapped. All he cares about is this engine. That's it. And the wiring loom and the ECU and the keys and that sort of stuff to go with the actual car. I think there's no ECU with the Transit Connect that he's got. But yeah, I think it's just it's a decent, it's just extra decent content really for you guys to watch me do really. I've never done this before. I've never took an engine out, but I think a case of, he said, all I've got to do is be careful. Don't cut anything. So I can't, like with a brake, you go to a breakers, everything's just been cut. All the parts just been cut off. They don't care. Because they're not. To take the clips off of every pipe will take forever. So they just go bang, 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 cut it all off. Just for quickness. Do you know what I mean? But in this case, I can't do that. I have to take everything off nicely, keep all the fluids. Everything's got to be stored because it's all going to be reused and go back in. Oil's going to go back in. The coolant, anything that comes out that this engine is going to go back in, so to be reused as well. So yeah, but apart from that, it can, it's all got to go. It's a shame really because the actual bodywork on this car is pretty decent. It's just the inside. The inside is terrible. I don't know if you can. Yeah, this was a work car. Definitely used for work, this guy. I don't want to go too far into the back, but you can see it is just, yeah, it's just, he used it as a workhorse basically, and fair enough, he got a workhorse, all right. So, but yeah, it's a state. Don't get me wrong, it runs and drives, and that's the whole point of this, is that he wants the engine. It's done 144,000 miles, and for that, it looks and sounds pretty good. And the engine's going to have a massive overhaul as well. So once we pull it out, we're going to be checking the clutch, checking the timing, checking everything, just to make sure that it's up to scratch before it goes back into the Transit Connect, excuse me. But that's where we are, guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my usual. I'm going to take off the whole front end because it's a lot easier. And yeah, it's just easier to get the hoist in and that, and then to lift it up and that. He's already taken out the aircon, because that's the first thing I asked. I said, well, if you want me to take the front end off, have you removed the aircon? He said, yeah, because my one, we're not using my one at the minute because I'm still got to do my F-gas certificate and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not using that. He's done that with his one because he's already got it. So yeah, just a nice little bit of content for you guys, just to see me do it, really. And you will see me doing it, not sort of someone else or whatever. I might have to get a bit of help with the hoist and the strap, because I'm going to have to strap it against from that to that, and then we'll hoist it up. I don't know if we're going to have to remove this. It might be in our way, the bonnet, so I might just remove that out of the way, just for removal purposes. It's just a lot easier. And then yeah, we'll see how we go. So let's get stuck into this, guys. I've got a big tray over there. I'm going to lay that on the floor, and every part is going to go straight into the tray. And then that way we'll have trays and trays of stuff, so we know what's got to be, put back on, stuff like that. So, but I've just got to be really careful. Got to take all the fluids out and keep all the stuff. So yeah, I think the first thing I've got to do is get the coolant. So we're draining the coolant out at the bottom. Get the front end off. Get the lights off. Start getting the bumpers off. Just start stripping it all down. Get all the this air box and all that sort of stuff out of the way, so we can get to this side's mount, engine mount. This one's quite easy, it's just straight there. So yeah, we've got to do the drive shafts, we've got to pull the wheels off, we've got to do all that as well. So we've got to do all that. So yeah, quite a bit of work, but let's get stuck in and let's start getting this engine out. Let's do this. Guys, I just need to do a quick apology, because I thought I was recording the time lapse, but I didn't press the button properly, and it wasn't recording. I've only just noticed, but I've started, as you can see, taking bits off, the headlights and the wheels, took the bonnet off, but I didn't want to sort of start doing some time lapsing without explaining why there was parts already removed. And yeah, my bad. It's just I didn't press the button properly. But now I'll set you up, and then you can see me continuing stripping his front end down. So let's do this. Right, guys, so there you go. It is getting closer. So that's the whole front end off. Still got to remove a few pipes and stuff, but obviously it's got fluid in it, so I've got to make sure I put that fluid in a bottle. Yeah. Take off all this air box, get rid of the battery tray, just remove all these parts and bits and pieces all over the car. That way, I've got better access to all the bits and pieces. Yeah, but like I said, you know, these removing, I said to you before, removing all the bits and pieces is quite difficult. If, you know, if I could just cut them all, bang, 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 it just wouldn't matter. But it does matter, and I need to be careful and not just cut pieces off. It's got to be saved just in case he needs it to fit it in the into the Transit Connect. But so far so good. That's the whole front end off, and I'll just keep going, removing pipes and bits and pieces. Just remove all the wiring loom has got to come off the car. Like you can see, I put this wiring loom here, was on the front, it went around the front, so I just whacked it over the back, gets it out of the way. So yeah, I'll continue. I'm probably going to drop the oil. I've got to drop the oil at the engine, and I've got to drop the gearbox oil as well, just to get rid of the weight a little bit. We've still got to take the drive shafts out as well. We've got to get to the exhaust, to remove the exhaust system as well, so we've got to do that. And just keep trying to get this a little bit further along, a little bit closer, and then I've got to get a hoist, engine hoist in here, and we'll hoist it up and pull that engine out. So yeah, let's keep going, and let's see how far we can get today. Hopefully I'll get this out in one day, in one episode. So episode 1 I'll be out, episode 2 I'll be putting it into the Transit Connect. I'll ask him, see what he wants to do. It might take a little while because he's got to do a lot of work on the engine before we can put it back. So it won't be anytime soon putting it back. But yeah, just a little bit of extra content for you guys, just to watch what I'm doing. So let's continue. Let's get stuck in, and let's get this. Let's get this a little bit further along. So let's do this. Right, guys. So, wow, that was a mission. But as you see, drive shafts are out. Put the knuckles and that back on, just so that we can put the wheel on and we can push it around and move it around and stuff, so the steering is still okay. All the fluids are out now, oil's out, gearbox oil is just dripping there, last little bits and pieces just dripping out, so that's all the oils over there as well, them two. So yeah, I did the exhaust manifold at the back, that's been disconnected, so literally this should just pull away. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pallet underneath, and then I'm going to raise the pallet up a little bit, and then I'm going to get the scissor lift, and then I'm going to lower the scissor lift, and then it should just take the weight of the engine onto the pallet, and then just get a pump truck, bring a pump truck in here, lift it up, strap it down to the pallet, and that should be it out. That's the plan. You know, there's the guy down the end. He's got a proper crane hoist that you know, an engine hoist crane that you just lift them out. But he's using it in a minute. He's hanging a V8 engine on it. He's rebuilding that, so I can't use that for the minute. So I thought, you know what, let's find another way, and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, so I'm going to carry on, guys. I'm going to see if it works. I'll put a pallet under. Let's see if I can get this lowered. We'll get the engine mounts off here. We'll undo them, start done undoing them, and then just see, yeah, just see what happens. But let's give it a go. You just don't know until you try. So let's try it. So let's do it, guys. Let's do this. Right, guys, so there we go. That is my first engine out of a car on my own. And yeah, without the crane as well. I didn't use the crane in the end. I just had the pallet underneath there and I lowered the car up and down and sort of it just balanced on there. Job done, strapped it up and then pulled it out with a pallet truck. And there you go. yeah, without a crane. But, you know, I probably could have done it without this, obviously, the scissor lift, sort of taking the car up as leaving the engine in place on the pallet. So, but it worked out all right. I think we've still got to take off this exhaust system. I think he wants that. So we'll have to we've still got to take some parts off. But at least that's the engine out of the car. And then he can strip it all down, do what he's got to do with it, sort out all the timing, replace anything that needs replacing. And then we're going to try. I'll speak to him, see if he wants me to put it into the Connect. So this will be part one, the removal, engine removal, and then he can sort of do the refurb and the reconditioning of it, and you know, changing all the bits and pieces that need to be changed. And then part two, I'll see if he wants me to put it into the Transit Connect, and we'll see how that goes. I think all this has got to come out. Obviously, the wiring loom's all got to come off. You know, there's still quite a lot to be done. The ECU, I think, is in there on this. Don't hold me to that, because I don't really. I'll keep that top mount bolt. I'm just trying to keep things together, and I took loads of pictures. Obviously, that, you know, the thermostat housing is absolutely gone and shot. You can see that it's all leaking, it's all cruddy. So that's obviously got to be changed. We'll take that off and change that probably. Cam cover gasket, little bit of leak in here, but I think he's going to probably do that anyway. And yeah, we'll try and get this Connect working. So yeah, like I said, we've still got to pull the wiring loom out, the ECU, anything that needs to go with it. But I think I've done all right for the first one. I don't think I went too bad. Didn't make too much of a mess. I tried to keep it clean anyway, you know that, guys. But I didn't make too much mess. I tried to catch everything I could. All the fluids was caught, and they'll obviously be reused or recycled. And yeah, it feels weird. It really does feel weird pulling something like that out of an engine, like from a first time. It felt really, I don't know, it's really weird. It just felt normal, natural. It's a really strange feeling. Don't know if it's because like I'm used to sort of taking things apart now, taking the bumpers off, crash bar, lamp panel. Do you know what I mean? I'm used to taking a lot of the car front end off anyway. So yeah, I don't know if it's because of that or what really, but yeah. At least the good thing about this is that this is not my car. This is not my project. I've been asked to do this by the mechanic at the end to help him out, because he's really busy rebuilding a load of engines at the minute. So yeah, I'm trying to sort of help out where I can, and it's a good experience. It's a really, really good experience, and I'm not using my own car, my own engine, my own. Do you know what I mean? Even though I'm still really fussy about sort of removing stuff, being careful. You know, I'm really, really fussy when it comes to that, because I don't want to damage anything, and I didn't. Nothing was damaged. No clips. Nothing. So yeah, and considering the age of the car, 2004, I thought I would have come across a few problems, but I think you went all right. What do you think? Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think, guys. Did I do all right for the first time? On my own? No help? Done this all on my own. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video. So there we go. It's just another little bonus video. I'll probably put this out Thursday night. You'll probably see this Thursday night, but I'm doing this on Wednesday, and Wednesday's video I've done on Tuesday, so I'm sort of backing up a little bit. So I'm just trying to sort of catch up, and I thought I'll add the little video on a Thursday night for you guys to sit down and watch after you had your normal day's work, or your dinner, your tea. You can sit down and chill out and watch me do this. So there we go. Another string to the bow, removing an engine. And it's a little bit daunting. Like at first, I've never done it before. So before it was like, oh, I don't know about that. I had concerns. I was thinking, do I really want to get into, removing an engine, commit myself to taking it out? But if you don't just get involved and crack on, you'll never know and you'll never learn. So that's exactly what I did. And like I said, it's a lot easier with a scissor lift. Do you know what I mean? A lot easier. But yeah, it just felt really good. So there we go. Right, guys, that's enough waffling. Really appreciate the support. Don't forget to drop me a comment and give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.